Hello everybody on the internet watching, and welcome to the final game of the regular season of Season 2 of the Totally Normal Football League, and we are ending it with a red-hot rivalry feud. It's the Toronto Trash Pandas playing against the Kingston Gators here in Kingston. And while no playoff spots are on the line, unfortunately, the Toronto Trash Pandas' off-season hopes have been crushed earlier tonight with the Rollers' victory over the Hellcats. These two are now playing for pride, and you'll have to go to the Stoats and Beefers to find two teams that hate each other as much as this. With Henry Buckwald kicking it off to the Trash Pandas, the Gators won the opening coin toss. They've deferred here on this nice night here in Kingston, and Chip Cordripper tackled down at the 20 to begin the game. So starting this under center has been the story of the league, Doug Gong Show. Almost turned the season around for the Trash Pandas, dropping down in the pocket, throwing it over center, tipped away. Calvin Madman jumping up to the heavens to bat away that pass intended for tight end Meat Foreman. But yeah, Doug Gong Show acquired in a trade from the Wyoming Janitors. And not only did they get a 4th round draft pick for the upcoming draft here after the season is done, Doug Gong Show has been incredible at quarterback, throwing it over, and an interception by Jay McDiggle. And right as I was singing the praises of Doug Gong Show, one of the best middle linebackers in the sport, sitting in that robber position in the middle of the field, snags a bullet pass, and it's Gators ball in the red zone. David Fizzlebeef, and starting as running back number 1, it's Darnell Warmcoat at quarterback, as David Fizzlebeef goes for a 7-yard gain. The Gators actively avoiding starting as many starters as possible, trying to keep their crew healthy, as they've already clinched the number 1 seed for the playoffs. So, quarterback Graham Howard sitting on the bench. It's Darnell Warmcoat under center once again. It's a play to David Fizzlebeef, picks up no blocks. He's going to get tackled for a loss back to the 15. It'll be a 3rd down for the Gators. Darnell Warmcoat in the shotgun with no running back beside him. Nick Hatch back in motion. And in trouble, and Warmcoat is sacked. Cliff Chuckanuts gets his first sack of the game. And a chorus of boos rings out as the Gators will have to settle for a field goal after that Jay McDiggle interception deep in Trash Pandas territory. Henry Buckwald kicks it, and it's no good, he shanks it! Wow! So it's a turnover back to the Trash Pandas, and the Gators are unable to capitalize off that Jay McDiggle interception. Trash Pandas ball at the 29. Samuel Norris, the starting running back. Ricky Bonbon out for the season with an arm injury. Trash Pandas lob it deep to Andy Codplayer. He gets it over tight coverage of Tracy Charger, and just like that, Andy Codplayer has gotten the Trash Pandas all the way to the Gators 25. And just like that, that Henry Buckwald missed kick is now stinging Meat Foreman on the move. Gators, it's Samuel Norris stretching the play out for only a 2-yard run on the outside. He's stopped by Dan Danson. But yeah, they lost Jim Ratt in the Doug Gong Show trade, and Ricky Bonbon out with an injury, so it's going to be Brett Smarts and Samuel Norris taking the majority of the running back snaps for the Trash Pandas this game. 2nd and 9, Doug Gong Show stepping back. Gators sent 4, and Lloyd Marshall almost getting the interception intended for Chip Cordripper, as they were both racing to the end zone. third down, Trash Pandas. Third and 9, Doug Gongshow under center. Brett Smarts, the running back. Gongshow goes to pass. The Gators send 5. Exact same play again. Chip Cord Ripper has to come back for it, but catches it at the 1. He stepped out of the end zone to get out of Lloyd Marshall's coverage. Dan Danson completes the tackle. So that was learning from your mistakes. And Chip Cord Ripper giving up the touchdown for the completion. And that's going to be first down, Trash Pandas at the 2. Brett Smarts and their fullback, Carl Kotrak, in the backfield. But he's going to throw it up. Intercepted by Martin Fennick. And this game remains scoreless after many turnovers. Martin Fennick, the second-year defender for the Gators. Martin Fennick has been shuffled from linebacker to nickelback, sort of hanging around the middle of the field for the Gators. He's been fantastic back there. And it's Darnell Warmcoat with David Fizzlebeef in the shotgun at the 20. And Fizzlebeef gets stopped for no gain on the Stanley Steak Sauce blitz. And I was talking about in the Hellcats game, how the Hellcats have so much to look forward to in Season 3 with how many good players they have on there. But the Trash Pandas roster is just as stacked. Middle linebacker Stanley Steak Sauce. Strong safety Terry Shutcrunch as Darnell Wormcoat steps back to throw. Throws it over. Gets an open man. It's Nick Hatchback on the corner route. Gets it for a first down. Of course, they got Andy Codplayer, who's probably a Trash Panda for life with just how well he does at just everything. And the big question into the offseason for the Trash Pandas is who will be their new quarterback, as David Fizzlebeef falls over for a 3-yard gain. And of course, I'm burying the lead here. Cornerback Michael Hotz is currently the front runner for Defensive Player of the Year. He's leading the league in... Whoa, I got the sweep play from David Fizzlebeef. Gets big yardage, almost to the 45. But yeah, Michael Hotz is going to be the cornerback everybody wants from the Trash Pandas in the offseason. He leads the league in interceptions. And he's amazing on the blitz. He's amazing in zone. He's amazing in man. He can do everything. As Darnell Wormcoat. Oh, Pete Moss bobbles it on the slant. He had separation. And the Gators give up a first down pass there. So yeah, the Trash Pandas, while unable to get back to the normal bowl to defend their title this year, have so much to look forward to in Season 3. Fair catch waved. Ball bouncing for a touchback, and this punt will go to the 20. Scoreless here in the first. We've had 2 turnovers so far this game, but none of them leading to any points. It's been a weirdo day here. The Gongshow sending a man in motion. Stretch play for Samuel Norris. Gets a 9-yard run. Dan Danson tackling him down. Great offensive blocking there from the Pandas. Samuel Norris on the counter run. Gets a first down, and not much more than that as he's tackled by former Trash Panda, Ted McMajors. First down, Trash Pandas at the 30. Brett Smarts and Carl Kotrak in the backfield. Gongshow stepping back, throwing it over. Gets it to Chip Cord Ripper at the 45 for a first down. Calvin Madman tackling him down, and Jay McDougall even helping out there, but excellently placed throw by Doug Gongshow. Oh, Duncan just threw 2 interceptions. Holy moly. This first quarter has been a blur. It's a handoff to number 21. That's Brett Smarts as we end the first quarter here scoreless. Neither team able to make a dent. We almost had our first score of the game with a Henry Buchwald. It wasn't even that long of a kick, but he shanked it. So the Gators leaving 3 points on the board. Jesse Valiamil in motion. Brett Smarts on the counter run. He's got a lead blocker, but can't stop Dan Danson. He'll run it to the 50 for a 2-yard gain. Third and 6 for the Trash Pandas at the 50. Damian Norris and Coat Rack in the backfield once again in the weak eye. Meet 4-man on the move. Trash Pandas to throw over the middle, tipped away by Tracy Charger. 4th down. So the Gators suffered their second loss of the season last week in a nail-biter against the San Francisco Shitbirds. And they faced so much controversy for going for the 2-point conversion with zeros on the clock to win or lose the game. Unfortunately, the slant route at the back of the end zone being tipped away by the defenders. And for the Gators, it was actually all about avoiding an overtime. Again, they already locked in their postseason spot. They wanted to avoid any more playtime for their boys on the field. And they actually liked the experience there of going for it on 2nd down. It's a wide receiver screen for Biff Plunger. Gets about 7 yards. You know, it was, they pretty much treated it like a preseason game, getting that situation experience of, you know, the game being on the line on a 2-point conversion. Of course, the 2-point conversion heard around the world in Normal Bowl 1. You need to have a team that can operate in those tense situations. It's another wide receiver screen, but they can't make lightning strike twice as it's broken up by Keenan Sandover. So while the Gators did end up losing that game to the Shitbirds by a singular point, perhaps it's less egregious than it seems. Darnell Warmcoat in the shotgun for this 3rd and 6 try. Warmcoat looking to throw, in trouble, and tries to set up a 3rd screen in a row, but has to throw under pressure, and that thing is basically thrown at the ground. I'm wondering why that... Oh, because it wasn't tipped away, duh. Ball hits the ground. It's not a live ball. So Ziggy side smash to punt. Chip Cord Ripper at the 35 to return. He's going to get all the way to midfield at the 50. And the Trash Pandas with a great field position here on this drive. Still scoreless here in the second. Play action pass for Gong Show. Throws it up for Cod Player, but Tracy Charger all over him. Tips the ball away. Andy Cod Player on that streak route is a huge threat. He got it all the way to the 20-yard line for the Trash Pandas earlier. And he was threatening to do it again, but Tracy Charger this time batting it away. I formation for the Trash Pandas now on the 2nd and 10 try from the 50. Meet 4-man on the move. Samuel Norris makes a man miss, gets a 6-yard run. Will make it 3rd and medium. Trash Pandas now definitely into enemy territory. They're at the Gators' 44-yard line, 3rd and 4. Doug Gongshow in the shotgun beside Brett Smarts. No, he'll audible Brett Smarts to the line of scrimmage. Gongshow with an empty set. Gators only sent 3, but all they need is Mark Maskinson to get to the quarterback, and that's an incomplete pass as Gongshow hurriedly tries to throw it away. And it's an Oliver Spicy Brand punt from the 44. So this is likely going for a touchback. We'll see where Spicy Brand places it. Yeah, it's deep into the end zone. Touchback for the Gators. They'll get the ball back at the 20, and this game continues to be scoreless. Nothing says blood feud like a defensive standoff. 5 minutes, 5 seconds left in the half. Darnell Warmcoat stands in the shotgun beside David Fizzlebeef. Trash Pandas loading up the tackle box, showing pressure. David Fizzlebeef on the carry, cuts in, finds a hole, gets a nice 6-yard run past the 25. They're going to mark that as a 7-yard run. No, they'll mark it as 6, 2nd and 4. It's halfway between the 27 and the 26. And it's a pitch play, and the Trash Pandas are all over this. It's a tackle for loss. The Gators pushed back to the 25. And the Gators unsuccessful on 3rd down so far this game. But we'll see if Darnell Warmcoat can do something about that for this 3rd and 5 try. Darnell Warmcoat sets a man in motion. Gets a quick pass. It's a comeback to Nick Hatchback, but we've seen this with the Hellcats earlier today multiple times. But Hatchback had to step over the sticks in order to catch the ball, and he was tackled for a 4th down. It's going to be a 4th and inches play from the 30 of the Gators. Side smash out to punt. Again, a deep punt. Cord Ripper at the 22 to receive. He's got Chase Supperton tackling him down, and Chase Supperton has injured Chip Cord Ripper, injuring his shoulder on the tackle, and that really sucks. Chip Cord Ripper, wide receiver number 1 for the Trash Pandas, tall and fast. Definitely one of the best weapons that the Trash Pandas have, other than Andy Overnight, of course. So we might see the Trash Pandas rely on their running game until they can get an update. Nope, tricked ya. It's a pass play. But Andy Overnight can't get out of Tracy Chargers coverage. Chip Cord Ripper just strained his shoulder. He'll be back in the second half of the game. But for now, he's being tended to at the sidelines. Doug Gongshow under center. Samuel Norris in the back. He has all the time in the world. Flicks it up for Milton Cindermuffin. And he gets tackled down. William Cindermuffin, I'm sorry. Milton Cindermuffin is William Cindermuffin's brother, who is an offensive lineman for the Janitors. William Cindermuffin is wide receiver 3 for the Trash Pandas. A Gong Show under center. 2 tight ends for this 3rd and 10 try. Meet 4-man. On the move. Gong Show throws it and can't quite get it to meet 4-man. 4th down. Still scoreless here in the 2nd. I can't believe it. I built this as a blood feud game to end the season. Dalton Minismall at the 20 gets tackled down. Nearly getting it to the 40 on that before being tackled by Carl Kotrack. It'll be Gators' ball. Maybe they can do something with it on this drive. 56 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. I formation, David Fizzlebeef pitch play, but the Trash Pandas are all over it. And that's a big tackle for loss. A 5-yard tackle for loss, and Delnor Wormcoat now stands with no running back beside him in the shotgun. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the half. Wormcoat has to throw it away. He gets it to Nick Hatchback on that deep post, or on the deep corner route, I should say. And he gets it to the Trash Pandas 45 as we hit the 2-minute warning. Darnell Warmcoat in the shotgun beside David Fizzlebeef. Fizzlebeef takes the handoff. He gets about a 4-yard run before he smacks right into the presence of Harvey Lemon. Now Warmcoat stands in the shotgun alone. Throws it over the middle. Gets it to Pete Moss past the 25. And they're well into enemy territory now. Not quite in the red zone. Warmcoat staying alone in the shotgun. A minute 39 remaining. Throws it up to David Fizzlebeef, but tipped away. The small Davy Hopper reaching out for that one. Hopping up, if you will. Living up to his name. 2nd and 10. A minute 36 paused on the clock. Warmcoat in the shotgun alone. Warmcoat throws the wide receiver screen to Pete Moss. Gets tackled down past the 15. Warmcoat at the 13 now. Lots of time to throw here. Lots of time to throw. Throws it to the outside, but unfortunately, that'll be a 4th down as Nick Hatchback was out of bounds for the pass. So that'll be a 30-yard field goal attempt for Henry Buchwald. Now, last time he missed an easily makeable one, and he shanked it. This one is good. So the Gators finally put points on the board for this game. They lead the Trash Pandas 3-0 with a minute 17 left in the first half of play. It's our final game of the regular season of Season 2. This Saturday at 7 p.m. is our playoffs. Both of them, the doubleheader. It's going to be the Kingston Gators playing against the Hamilton Rollers. And it's going to be the Seattle Beavers taking on the Wyoming Janitors. The winners of those games will face each other next week, Tuesday, for the second Totally Normal Bowl. Number 44 gets the return on this. He is struggling to get it to the 25. That's Stephen Benchworth II on the kick return. With Carl, with Chip Cordripper out with an injury, he's usually the kick returner for the Trash Pandas. He'll be back about halfway through the 3rd quarter. Jesse Valumeal on the move. Gong Show settles for the short completion to Samuel Norris. Gong Show in the shotgun as the Trash Pandas use a timeout with 1 minute remaining. Gong Show to pass. Throws it over the middle, and unfortunately, Meat Foreman not turned around enough to get that pass. That was an incredibly quick release from Doug Gong Show. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Trash Pandas. Pass, Gong Show to the outside, and it's good for a first down. Tech McMajors tried swatting at it. But great work there from Andy Codplayer catching the ball. The tackle was made out of bounds. So the clock is paused with 53 seconds left. Great usage there. This is Samuel Norris with the draw play up the middle. 4th and 6. I don't agree with that draw play. Now they're in the I formation. Colin McColdswell in motion. Doug Gong Show throwing it to the flat. Tipped away by Tracy Charger. The Kingston Gators crowd lively. For their 7-2 Gators cheering on their defense. As the Trash Pandas have a 3rd and medium to complete here. Gators send 4, and Ted McMajor successfully tips away the pass intended for Jesse Valumeal. 4th down, Trash Pandas. Oliver Spicy Brand to punt. 30 seconds left in the half. Fair catch waved by Dalton Mini Small, but the backspin is going to place this bad boy at the 6. As the referee blows the ball dead. An incredibly good punt by Spicy Brand. 20 seconds remaining on the clock. The Gators are out with their run package, so they're likely just going to concede the half here with a couple of running plays. Yes, it's going to be David Fizzlebeef on the counter run, and he'll get a good run out of that, 7 yards. And that will bring us to the end of the half. So the Gators lead 3-0 in our rivalry game to end the season. It's been a defensive showcase from both teams. Been quite a number of turnovers. Doug Gongshow throwing 2 interceptions. Darnell Wormcoat at least throwing 1. Not sure if he's up to 2. Again, I really need a stats person here at the TNFL. This is a solo operation as Dalton Mini Small catches the kickoff at the goal line. Gets it to the 30. Tackled down by Ezekiel Paringsway. And so we begin the second half. Darnell Wormcoat in the shotgun beside David Fizzlebeef. Hands it off to Fizzlebeef up the middle. He's got a great hole. That's a 5-yard run for Fizzlebeef. David Fizzlebeef, second-year Gator. He was the kick and punt returner in Season 1 for the Gators, but since Season 2, he's been the resident running back number 3. Behind Kelly Olijawova, who's resting on the sideline for this game, and Nathan Sittler, who is also resting on the sideline for this game. Actually, I lied. He's right here taking a handoff. First down, Nathan Sittler past the 40. Gators approaching midfield. Kaleem Rando audibled to a split backs formation. Wormcoat rolling out of the pocket. He's got Pete Moss on separation at the 10. Tackled by Terry Shutcrunch. And a big play there by the Gators. It's a handoff to Kaleem Rando again. He's going to get a 3-yard run. Now, Kaleem Rando, this is the first time we're bringing him up in this game. He has been instrumental in the amazing run blocking game that the Gators have really dominated the league with so far. And it seems that they are getting him more into passing plays. I've seen him lined up at the tight end spot in some of these shotgun formations. Handoff to Nathan Sittler past the 5. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. And I think that was the first, that's the second time. The Gators experimented with a lot of Kaleem Rando handoffs in the Rollers game in week 6. That would end up being their first loss for numerous reasons, none of which were Kaleem Rando's fault. 3rd and goal here at the 3. Nathan Sittler attempting to run it in, but great work there by Stanley Steaksaw. Stops the Gators. Henry Buckwald, 1 for 2 on field goals. He missed a chip shot in the first quarter. But this one is good. So the Gators up 6-0 in this very defensive-heavy game. Of course, this field goal try set up by a gigantic 48-yard Pete Moss catch, with Darnell Wormcoat rolling out of the pocket to throw it. And Chip Cordripper is back after his shoulder injury. He's returned that kick past the 20. So the Trash Pandas need points on the board here. A touchdown goes ahead. Again, it still feels like anyone's game with just how good both defenses have been. It's just going to take that one play that blows it wide open. The Gong Show under pressure from Mark Maskinson, and that would have been intercepted by Terry Shutcrunch. Or not Terry Shutcrunch, sorry. That was Ronnie Smashmouth. Had he been ready for the early throw, but he was just standing in his zone. 2nd and 10 for the Trash Pandas at the 22. Gong Show stepping back. Gators only sending 4, and what a throw that could have been. Dan Danson knocking it away, but Chip Cordripper almost snagged it out of the air. 3rd down, Trash Pandas. If Chip Cordripper had come up with that, that would have been one of the best throws of the day. But now Doug Gong Show with a 3rd and 10 try. Stepping back to throw. Gators only sending 2, and he gets Meat 4-man open in the middle of the field to the 35 for a 1st down. Gong Show to throw, throws it over, and Meat 4-man, or sorry, that's Jesse Valuemeal gets it over the 45 into enemy territory, and Doug Gong Show is now cooking. That was a throw out of the sack, and Calvin Madman missing the ball on his jumping pirouette to try and knock it out of the sky. But both tight ends cooking on this drive. Trash Pandas on the Gators, 43. Samuel Norris, the lone back. Meat 4-man in motion. Hand off to Samuel Norris. Tries to cut up the middle, but he's stopped for no gain by Matthew Hart Bishop. Gong Show beside Norris in the shotgun. Norris audibling to the line of scrimmage. Gong Show catches Cinder Muffin on the slant. 1st down, Trash Pandas, and they are really getting the passing game going. They're at the Gators 28 now. 1st and 10. 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. A touchdown will go ahead. Gong Show, lots of time in this pocket. Gets it. No, incomplete. Attempted to throw it to Max Stashstat, tight end number 3 for the Trash Pandas. And if Gong Show had bulleted, he was open in open space there in the middle of the field, but by the time it was lobbed to him, the Gators had converged on him and tipped away the pass. Samuel Norris, the lone back. Gong Show looking to throw. Gators send 4. Tipped away by Dan Danson, intended for Stashstat. And the Trash Pandas have really been attacking the middle of the field with the tight ends this drive. Perhaps they've sensed the way against the Gators. Is working so far with both, especially with Jesse Valuemeal, but those past couple of downs, the Gators have been on them. 3rd and 10 for the Trash Pandas. Gong Show steps back. Gators send 3. Throws it to the end zone, but that's overthrown. 4 Gators on top of Chip Cordripper. 4th down, Trash Pandas. And so, Tim Bencher with his first field goal attempt of the game. Trash Pandas hoping to remove the deficit to 3. And Tim Bencher kicks it. Beautiful right down the uprights. You can't get any more perfect than that for one of the best kickers in the league. And the Trash Pandas now trail 3. Kingston up 6-3 with 1:46 left in the 3rd quarter. Again, this has just been a defensive slugfest between these two teams. And let me tell you, if the Hellcats had been able to comeback against the Rollers earlier tonight, we would be looking at this game with a lot more excited and tense atmosphere. Since if the Hellcats had won earlier in tonight's doubleheader, this would have been for the Trash Pandas' spot as number 2 seed, but unfortunately, with the Rollers locking in number 2, the Trash Pandas are done for the season, but not before they exit with hopefully a victory over their much-hated Gator and rival. Darnell Wormcoat alone on the first down, throws it, attempts to get it to, I don't know who that was, maybe that was Dalton Minismall. On a check down throw, but he was well covered. Second and 10 for Darnell Wormcoat. The catch back on the move. Gets it to Biff Plunger, but again, the screen not very well set up. And once again, taken over by Keenan Sandover, and the Gators are pushed back quite deep. The Gators have not yet converted on third down, and they've got a long one ahead of them if they want to put one in the one column here. Third and 13. Wormcoat looking to throw, and the pressure from the Trash Pandas is insane. Davey Hopper going in for the incompletion. Big pressure there. And the Gators will have to punt. Chip Cord Ripper is going to get the ball to the 50. So for the second time today, the Toronto Trash Pandas will begin to drive from the 50 after stopping the Gators deep in their own side of the field. First and 10, 54 seconds to play in the third. Calvin Madman entering the tackle box on the strong safety blitz, and Samuel Norris trips over, I believe that's Ronnie Smashmouth for no gain. Watch your feet there, buddy. Second and 10. A tiny, tiny gain marked on that play, so by a Nats wing. They are into enemy territory. Doug Gongshow dropping back to throw. He tries to get it to Chip Cord Ripper, knocked away by Lloyd Marshall. Cord Ripper on the streak. Had both Dan Danson and Lloyd Marshall on him. Gonna bring up a third down for the Trash Pandas. Gongshow in the shotgun beside Samuel Norris. Gongshow throwing it over the middle. First down as he gets it to Cindermuffin. Past the 40. And they're into Gators territory. And we end the third quarter, and the Trash Pandas with a head full of steam. They're trailing 6-3 here in Kingston in the final game of the regular season. A Gongshow 9 for 28. Those are not great numbers with 2 interceptions. But nonetheless, Samuel Norris being stopped by Jay McDiggle for about a half-yard loss. Samuel Norris and Coatrack in the backfield. Gongshow looking to throw. The Gators sending 4 double covered. In the end zone is Andy Codplayer. This Codplayer was sent on a streak, knocked incomplete by Tracy Charger and Calvin Madman. That's going to break up another Trash Pandas third down, but unlike the Gators, they have been cooking on third down. 4 for 9. Slightly under 50%, but much better than the Gators not converting ever. High snap is caught by Doug Gongshow, and Mark Maskinson almost gets a sack. It's marked incomplete, but Maskinson has been so good as a defensive tackle. And not only this game, but for the whole season. And Tim Bencher is looking to tie up the game with a 55-yard field goal attempt, and this should be ZZ has opened up a pack of Smarties. And it's good, but there's a penalty as Logan Haller was caught holding on the play, and that is going to take this out of field goal range unless they wish to kick a 60-yarder with Tim Bencher, which I wouldn't blame them if they tried to do so. No, they will get Oliver Spicy Brand out, and a holding penalty will ruin the Trash Pandas' attempt to tie it up here in the fourth quarter. Fair catch waved by Dalton Mini-Small as the ball bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Gators ball at the 20. So the Gators breathing a sigh of relief. They were a very, very rare holding penalty called on this Trash Pandas O-line, which has been really disciplined up to this point. And it's Warmcoat in the shotgun beside Fizzlebeef. Fizzlebeef with the handoff up the middle, gets 3 yards. Second and 7. I formation here for the Gators. Trash Pandas pinch in their defense. Fizzlebeef diving through the middle. Only is also going to get 3 yards. Cameron Newby stopping the run. Going to pick up a 3rd and medium for the Gators. They made it just past the 25 on that play. They need to get it to the 30. 0 for 7 on 3rd down. Gators bringing out the run package. Pete Moss. Going to be Nathan Sittler on the counter run, and he can't make the first down. Stopped by Terry Shutcrunch. Again, every single inch matters at this point. The Gators with only a 3-point lead. If either team opens up with a deep pass for a touchdown, as the Gators are capable of doing, and so are the Trash Pandas with Andy Codplayer, this game could be won with last possession. Chip Cord Ripper way deep at the 13. We'll get it past the 25, and will be Trash Pandas ball. Samuel Norris and Carl Kotrack in the backfield. The Trash Pandas only trail by 3 here in the 4th. Samuel Norris gets off the tackle for a first down, past the 40, almost to the 45 before he's slapped in the back by, that looks like David Rains. What a play there by Samuel Norris, his biggest run of the day. Trash Pandas ball at the 43. Doug Gongshow with Brett Smarts in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Smarts off the left tackle. He's going to make it to the 50. He completely tackled down Calvin Madman and would have kept going too if it wasn't for Matthew Hart Bishop catching up from behind. And Samuel Norris is cooking with the run game here on this drive. 4 minutes to play in the game. 6-3. Kingston leading. Gongshow stepping back to throw. Interception by Lloyd Marshall. He's got an open field in front of him at the 30. At the 20. They're closing in at the 10. But it's going to be a pick six, our only touchdown of the game, being a defensive one. The Kingston Gators go to 12. Lloyd Marshall picking up the pass intended for Cinder Muffin. And he runs up the sideline. The fast Logan Haller threatening to tackle him down, but is able to squeak on through for 6. A 63-yard interception return touchdown. Henry Buckwald to kick, and the kick is good. The Gators go ahead 10 as they lead the Trash Pandas 13-3. And I was saying it's going to be eventually somebody's going to make a big play for a touchdown in this game of field goals. And the Gators were the first one to pull the trigger on that. Henry Buckwald, the kick. Steven Benchworth the second, 2 yards into his end zone. Returns it to the 18. So it's Doug Gongshow. He needs to respond with a touchdown now. Time is running out. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in the game. Play action pass as he throws it to a nice crossing route to Chip Cordripper, but the ball is loose! But Chip Cordripper picks it back up. That could have been awful. But good awareness there by the Trash Pandas wide receiver. The ball jarred loose by a very stiff tackle, and on the ground, Cordripper reached out and recovered the ball. Crisis averted for the Trash Pandas. Gongshow in the shotgun for the 2nd and inches play. Stepping back, Gators send 4, and that's a sack. Jacoby Harmsway, the former Ninner, gets his first sack. Third and 8 for the Trash Pandas. Gongshow. Oh! Jay McDiggle tips it away. Trying to find Andy Codplayer in open space behind him, but Jay McDiggle playing in the middle of the field, trying to, I guess that looked honestly like a QB spy type situation. But in perfect position to tip away that ball. Oliver Spicy Brand out to punt at the 20. And the punt's shanked even. Not a good punt for the Trash Pandas, and the Gators will get the ball in enemy territory at the 47 of the Trash Pandas. So the Trash Pandas putting up an amazing first half defense-wise, an amazing 3 quarters even. But now the Kingston Gators with a pick 6 really opening this game up, and now they got short field in front of them. Kaylee Mirando picking up a big block for David Fizzlebeef, and that'll be good for a first down. A 10-yard run for Fizzlebeef. And we now hit the 2-minute warning. High formation for the Gators. Here's a pitch, but Kaylee Mirando can't quite get that first block. And Austin Flarp tackles the pitch for a loss, and these outside pitches for the Gators just have not been working all game, and which is a little curious. The run blocking for the Gators has been A+ all season long, but something just isn't clicking. 2nd and 13 for the Gators. Jordan Storms in as running back behind Kaylee Mirando, receives the pitch and can't. As Michael Hotz on the cornerback blitz gets into the pitch, and that's the 2nd tackle for loss in a row for the Trash Pandas. 3rd and 16 now for the Gators, who are looking to eat up as much play clock as possible. Now they have to pass it deep if they want to continue this drive past the 25. Nathan Sittler in at running back. It's going to be another pitch. Kaylee Mirando picks up the block, and good 8 yards on that run, but a far cry from the first down they need. A 54-yard field goal attempt for Henry Buckwald. He's been a little off his game recently, so we'll see if he connects with this very long field goal try. Trying to milk as much time as possible. He's got 10 seconds left to attempt the kick. So the Trash Pandas will get the ball back with 1:10 on the board. Henry Buckwald. It's good, and the Gators go up 13 points. They lead 16-3 in the dying moments of this game. Buchwald kicks it back to Chip Cord Ripper, about 3 yards into his end zone. He'll opt for a touchback here as the Trash Pandas get the ball back at the 20. They are down 2 scores. They need 2 touchdowns to go ahead as singular points. With only 1:08 left on the clock and with only a singular timeout, they're going to need a miracle here. Will they attack deep with Doug Gongshow? We'll find out. We need 4-man on the move. Gators shifting their coverage. Stepping back is Gongshow, lifting it up deep for Andy Codplayer, and it's intercepted by Tracy Charger, and that will be the game. Tracy Charger sitting on top. They knew they were going to go to Andy Codplayer long on the streak route to get them out of this dark situation, and Tracy Charger all over the veteran Trash Panda. And with the Trash Pandas with only a singular timeout, the Gators will line up in the victory formation to go 8-2 and finish the season with the best record in the TNFL. The Trash Pandas using their last timeout there. And one more kneel. And with Ziggy Side Smash holding the ball, we will end this game. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching, whether or not you just watched this game, a singular game here and there, or whether or not you've been following the entire season closely. This is easily one of my most favorite things I've ran of all these silly events, whether it be FLPW, the Stock Car Role-Playing Game League, although that was fun. Although I will admit, trying to finagle 24 of my friends to fill out their sheets every single week was getting a bit of a bother. But just how cool the trading and the roster realignments and the playbooking has definitely made this one of those fun things I've ever spent my time running. So once again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking time out of whatever you do in your life to watch these games, whether it be live on Twitch, on my Twitch channel here, as they happen, or whether or not you're catching the VODs on YouTube. I am deeply grateful that you were spending time with this nonsense. And with that, the last game of the regular season comes to a close. The Kingston Gators victorious over their rivals as they sweep them this season 16-3.